What's up, world? It's your boy Jinx, back at it again. If you didn't know, this here is a solution, the solution, some solutions. So check it out. What I'm doing here is I'm just putting out some solutions of how we can make this world a better place. Yes, I'm trying to accomplish American peace. I'm trying to make the world a better place for me, you, the people you love, the people I love, and something great to look forward to when the years roll past. So check it out. A lot of people have been telling me to let the people know to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down if you don't like it, give me a thumbs up if you do like it or agree with anything that I'm saying. Feel free to comment, hit the bell, I guess, so you can see when I put out some new videos. And I'm not going nowhere. Got a lot of work to do, people. So my last video was HD. And if you don't know, HD meant highly disappointed, because I'm disappointed, but I'm highly disappointed in how people treat each other. And it's unacceptable. It's been accepted in the past, but it's unacceptable from now on. I'm here now, and I'm letting you know it's unacceptable. Don't be a horrible human being. It's not good, it's unacceptable. If you're in a position to help somebody, because I'm pretty sure in order for you to get to that position, someone helped you. And that's what it's all about, people. Us as human beings, it's our job to look after the next person. It's our job to come up, put ourselves in a position to be able to help somebody else come up. How did you get there? Somebody helped you. I'm pretty sure there's nobody in this world that's fully successful and fully happy with their success at this point that's never had no help. No, that's not how it goes. People have helped them get there, and that's what we have to do. We have to help each other. But on the way to doing that, even if you're not in a position to do that, you have to give a damn. You have to care. You're a human being, and we're dealing with human beings, so you have to care about your fellow human being, whether you know them or don't know them. Newsflash, people, if you got a best friend right now, there was once a time that you did not know them. It was a time that that person was a complete stranger to you. We're all strangers until we're not strangers no more. So don't give me that excuse of, I don't know them, I don't know this person, I don't know that person. Guess what? You ain't know nobody at one point in time. You ain't know your own damn mama, and you came out of her until you started to know her. She was once a stranger to you, even though you're a part of her, even though you was a part of your father. They were strangers to you at one point in time. Your brothers and your sisters were strangers to you at one point in time. Shit, if they was here before you, they was looking at you like you was the stranger. But look, the point that I'm trying to make is we got to be more caring to each other. We got to be more considerable. We got to have more consideration. That's what I'm trying to say. We got to have empathy. Empathy means, for the people who don't know what it means, empathy means, like, you know, stepping out of your own shoes, stepping out of your own skin and putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, putting yourself in somebody else's skin. You know, being understanding of what they're going through, understanding their struggle, or, you know, the situation, you know, seeing through their eyes and understanding, like, damn, if I was in their shoes, how would I feel? You know, if I was in their shoes, what would I do? You know, and maybe you might not be able to, you know, help somebody out of that situation, but you might be able to help in some way, even if you can cheer them up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things out here that we got to work on, people. It's depression out here. You might be able to, you know, help somebody get out of their depression. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of you helping somebody get out of their depression, you know, you might cheer yourself up. You might make you a good friend in the midst of cheering somebody up. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people out here going through financial problems. You know, you might be a person out here who has no financial problems, who has nothing to worry about when it comes to financial. But we know over time that people who got money and don't have no worries when it comes to financials, they still not well off either. They still not well off either. So come on, people, we got to do better. We got to create a better tomorrow. We got to create a better future. Because the way that we've been doing things, obviously is not working. It's obviously not working. And what I'm proposing and what my movement is about is us trying something different. So if you having a bad day, you never know. Encountering somebody who down with the movement, they might be able to cheer you out of your bad day. So if you having a problem or a speed bump and you know your purpose and the things that you're trying to accomplish, you never know. You might run across somebody who can help you in your situation, throw some ideas at you, or at least take your mind off of it. If you gave them a chance, we gotta come into this thing in good faith. I know people horrible out here nowadays, all the scamming and all the lying and all the deceit. But we gotta drop that, all the beef, all the differences. Look, let me understand. Let me get y'all to understand something. First of all, if you got beef with somebody, put that shit to the side. Please drop that beef. Figure out how you can fix the problem if it's fixable. And I know a lot of y'all gonna hear that and be like, well, shit, the problems that I got, it ain't fixable. Look, man, we gotta drop a lot of this childish shit that we out here doing, man, for real. Because we need each other. That's the basic point of it. We need each other. There's no reason why I live where I'm living and I can't go to that block because somebody got a problem with me and we never even had a conversation before. You don't even know me personally. Why would you have a problem with me? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I have these problems, but I know that those problems exist in this world. And we gotta come past that. It would be nice if I could be able to go to that block and make a nice friend or have a good time with some people who I never even met before. You know, we have a good conversation, have a little understanding about, you know, stuff that you going through, stuff that I'm going through, and, you know, have a good time. Bring a few smiles, eliminate some of them frowns, you know, be able to have a good few laughs, be able to eliminate some of them cries, you know. And we all need each other, people. We all need each other. And this goes for everybody, black, white, you know, yellow, red, brown. This goes for everybody. I'm talking to all of y'all, everybody who's a human being. Let me explain something to y'all. When you meet somebody, right, we can all pick and choose who we want to have a problem with. Or we can all pick and choose who we want to get along with. But the thing about it is, have a significant reason for why you have a problem with somebody. And just because you have a problem with somebody don't mean dismiss them. Get some understanding. Talk with them. Be open-minded. Don't come into it in an argumentative way. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if a lot of people viewed interactions with other people differently, we can possibly accomplish that. What I mean by view it differently, interactions with each other. For example, if I was to meet you, right, and just my first time meeting you, my instincts and stuff like that that we all born with, if I was to look at you as what we don't have in common, oh, this person this, and I'm this. Oh, that person is that, and I'm this. That interaction can go negative when you come in it with that mindset. But if you view somebody with what you have in common, first, not viewing somebody off of what is the difference between y'all, but what you have in common first before you get to listing off everything that's different. It could be a better encounter that you have with each individual. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to let y'all know, because to be honest with you, I'm not even sure people know this no more, but I'm going to share it anyway for the people who don't know. Every time you meet somebody, the first thing you're supposed to recognize is the fact that I'm a human being, that person is a human being. We have that in common. I'm from the planet Earth, they're from the planet Earth. That we have in common. We're both earthlings. We're both human beings. We both have skin, even though your skin might be darker than my skin might be darker than your skin. We have skin though. It's skin before it's light or dark. It's still skin. We have that in common. You put your pants on the same way I put my pants on. One leg, then the other leg. You put your socks and shoes on the same way I put my socks and shoes on. One foot over the other foot. But, don't take me too seriously on that. I do realize that there's some people out here, who don't have both of their feet, or, some deformities, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just speaking into the general people. Like, I'm not excluding them from this conversation. I'm just making examples of how we can view things to have a better outcome, to have a more positive outcome, how we can get along with people better. You first have to realize that. That's the first thing you have to realize before you realize, if it's a man or a woman, young, old, rich, poor. Those things come later. And people, I know that we all smart as hell nowadays. This is the year 2022. I know we all smart as hell nowadays. But please, we're getting it screwed up. We're getting it mixed up. We're getting so smart that we're dumb as hell. You never supposed to start something off at level 10. People find themselves, I find it weird that people start off at level 8, 9, 10. It's basic stuff though, man. We're supposed to start off at level 1 and work our way up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 10. I find it weird that people meet people and the first thing you notice is if the person's rich or poor. That's something you're supposed to realize later, afterthought. That's supposed to be the afterthought, because somebody being rich or poor doesn't determine if they're a good person or not. At one point in time, you was rich. You was poor. You wasn't, if you was rich now, at one point in time, you wasn't always rich. There's some people who was born rich, yeah, they come from them type of families. But a lot of people who's rich now, they didn't start off rich. Remember what it was like when you wasn't rich. How you felt when somebody belittled you. And from my understanding, people who's up there at the top, they don't punch down. So I want you to understand something. When you're dealing with somebody who you recognize is on a higher level to you, and they recognize that they're on a higher level to you, but they're putting a lot of energy into putting you down, first of all, that's a bad person. That's a bad human being. Second of all, it's something deeply wrong with them for them to punch down. People who up, they don't typically punch down. And then I want you to also understand that people who are rich and in a comfortable position, there's people that's richer than them that can make them feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not the richest person on the earth. You might pull a woman because you got money, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you don't have the most money in the world, so there's somebody that's richer than you. And we all know that possibly could pull your woman because they got more money than you. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, it never should be a reason why you're putting people down anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's a defense mechanism that you're using, hey, look, maybe we can eliminate the reason why you'll have to even feel defensive. You know what I'm saying? And but this video right here, I wanted to talk to you guys about a topic. I know you know that I've been writing a lot. You know, sometimes I'll read off to you guys. I'm sorry if you disagree with that, if you don't like the fact that I do that. Me personally, I think it's best when I just speak and be myself and try to be as helpful as I can and make a positive impact in the world and, try to create a better tomorrow and a better future for, our kids and, grandkids, their kids, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be able that, I want to be able to help make this movement start as soon as possible. So it's not just for our kids and the youth. It is for our kids and the youth, but it's not just for them. I want to be able to enjoy some of this too. I want to be able to enjoy this movement too, if it can come. It's at a point now where I feel like, this is me personally, I feel like if I was to die right now, I'll be lucky to leave this world behind, to leave this nightmare behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's an exit out of this hell. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people don't feel that way, and that's cool, but I'm just speaking on myself personally. You know what I'm saying? Life hasn't been all that great to me. I take it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? I do what I can do. Hey, I realized a while ago that in order for there to be winners, there has to be losers. A winner wouldn't be nothing if he didn't have some people to, win over. So, one needs the other. One doesn't exist without the other. How could there be a winner if, he's the only one in the race? You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be a winner because there wouldn't be no losers. Some people, it's just our time to lose in order for somebody else to win. But it doesn't mean that we're going to always be losers, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a learning lesson so one day that we can be winners. But, I wanted to come to a point where I feel satisfied to be here. Like, man, this is what I've been talking about. This is what I've been looking forward to all my life. Like, I love seeing people get along. I love to see people having fun where it's not no beef, or like, going to a party or throwing a little shindig or a little get together, and you don't have to worry about somebody wrecking the party or somebody getting jealous, or, I just want to eliminate those type of things so that we can all just focus on having a good time. And it's not always about shitting on the next man. Like, it shouldn't be all about that. You know what I'm saying? You got what you got. I got what I got. We can put it together and make something beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And even if it ain't about us coming together all the time, we still can enjoy each other. We still can have good laughs. Hey, each individual that you meet, you're supposed to learn something and you're supposed to teach them something. Now, a lot of people may disagree with me on that, but I want you to think about this. Even if you learn something negative from somebody, it's still something that you learn because when I was younger, something that I did was I picked up a lot of bad behaviors from other people, but I didn't necessarily pick it up and add it to me, how I go about life and how I do things. I didn't necessarily pick it up and add it on to me. I picked it up mentally, and it taught me like, I don't like that. Like, that's exactly how I don't want to be. So I learned, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can learn that in a lot of ways, like, as far as being a boss, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you're a worker, but you have a boss. And so you watch your boss, you listen to your boss, and, it might be some things that he do that you might be like, I don't like the way he do that, or I don't like the way she do that. So you learning. So when you become a boss, you can learn how to be a better boss than the boss that you once had. You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to teach people, and you're supposed to learn from people. We all need people. And if you're black, or if you're brown, if you're white, we don't supposed to just interact with our own kind. We're supposed to interact with everybody because we got something that we can learn and teach everybody from all different cultures and all different, races and different beliefs. You know what I'm saying? But I put this video out because I wanted to speak on a specific topic. Sometimes when I write down, my thoughts or whatever, and I present it to you guys, it's strictly because I want to stay on topic. I love what I do, and I think I'm pretty good at doing it, but my mind be running all the time, and if I just talk, I'll be all over the place. And with each video that I do, I want to be on topic and have something specifically to speak about. So that's why I do that sometimes. So this video right here, I wanted to speak on, just knowing the difference. I feel like we're in a time now where people don't know the difference in a lot of stuff. And I feel like, a lot of people take serious things for a joke. And you know what I'm saying? It's cool when you're joking about something and we all laughing about it, but then it's not cool when it get turned and twisted and people don't realize the difference if you're joking or if you're serious. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's at a time now where jokes have become serious and people really, implicated those jokes into real life situations and don't know the difference. So I wrote a few things down. So, okay, I'll give you an example. I wrote a few things down for examples, you know what I'm saying? And these are solutions of how we can be better in life, you know what I'm saying? And maybe I can possibly help some people who didn't know the difference, And you don't have to verbally express that you didn't know the difference. You could just take it in as a side note, like, you know what? I never knew that. You know what? That's a good way of putting it, And you can take that in and apply the rest of your life to what you just learned. So, for example, right, I want to talk about like sports and the music industry and entertainers, right? I feel like a lot of people don't know the difference no more. Like, for example, right, I hate talking to people about sports, right? Like, my favorite sport is basketball, and I love boxing also. And when I talk to people about basketball, you know what I'm saying? First of all, it always goes into this GOAT conversation, you know what I'm saying? Who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? Who's the best? Stuff like that. And that's cool when it's meant as a fun conversation, when it's taken, when it's taken in as a discussion amongst adults and everybody can handle the conversation like adults, because at the end of the day, it's just an opinion. Who you think is the GOAT, I might not think is the GOAT. But if I got valid reasons of why I don't think so, then it'd be nice if I could be heard out. And even if you didn't agree with it, you know what I'm saying, and you stick to who you think is the GOAT, that's cool. But can you still acknowledge the fact of what I put out there that made sense or not? You know what I'm saying? It's just the thought that counts. It's the effort, you know what I'm saying? It's the consideration that counts. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't like the fact that those type of conversations automatically turn into an argument when you're dealing with childish people who don't know how to continue a conversation like adults. I feel like things always go left like that. You can't force your opinion on somebody. Their opinion is their opinion. But what I don't like also is, okay, like let's say we're just gonna put it out there. Let's say we're talking about Michael Jordan, we're talking about LeBron James, right? Now, me personally, I never met Michael Jordan in real life. And even if I have, it still don't mean that I'm a part of his life, that I know him personally. I never met LeBron James. And even if I have at a game, or you know what I'm saying, he signed my autograph and took a picture with me, I still don't know that man personally. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take in consideration, first of all, that I might have my opinion, you might have your opinion. You might think Michael Jordan is the greatest. I might think that LeBron James is the greatest. I'm just using that for example. I'm not saying that I think that, but I'm just saying, using it for example. You know what I'm saying? You might think that, and I might think something different. But at the end of the day, it's just your opinion. This is just my opinion. I might have a valid reason to think that. You might have a valid reason to think that. But it still might not change the way that I think, still might not change the way that you think, right? But then people will automatically go into insults. They're going to insults to a point where the conversation will escalate and get hostile. Those type of things I don't like, because at the end of the day, it seems like you're fighting over somebody that you know. You would insult somebody that you do know to defend somebody that you don't know. Now, you might love them for their craft and what they're good at, but at the end of the day, you don't know them. These people don't know you. So while you're sitting up here arguing and starting to fight over them to try to change somebody else's mind, that makes you look like a child. That makes you look like a kid. You know what? There's some kids out here that's smarter than that. So I don't even want to insult them. That makes you just look bad. That just makes you look horrible. That just makes you look like a disgusting human being. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to weed out all the bad people. You know, hopefully I can bring them along into the movement. But if not, I'm trying to weed out the bad people so we can get them out of the way, because we're trying to have a better future. And I want people who want that also. I would think that all of us would want that, but, you know, I can't speak on everybody. But understand what I'm saying, though. At the end of the day, that is a job.